Hey YouTube, so you might be wondering why I have this beautifully machined cylinder head sitting in front of me that's been repaired from a very nasty timing chain failure. Now, yes, that's also why this spark plug is opposite of the other ones, but that's besides the point. So, the reason why I'm here today is this troublesome head gasket. So this guy failed within less than 1,000 kilometers in a break-in cycle, and supposedly it's a Lubeck factory head gasket. I don't believe that for a second, partially because yes, this is a riveted head gasket, but as I'll soon point out, this doesn't allow the cylinder head to actually lay flat or properly sandwich the head gasket between the block and the cylinder head. So what ends up happening with these head gaskets is you'll note this relief cut. You don't need one for the center one, and that relief cut. Now what happens is with these pinned head gaskets, they will lay flat against the cylinder head, and those relief cuts are designed so you can still squish down the cylinder head and it doesn't have an effect on how it seals, except for these top ones. Whoever engineered this did not think of that, because what ends up happening is you squish down your head gasket and you don't have a lot of give with these brass pins. Now, take that as you will, but with an OEM L-ring head gasket, you don't have that issue at all because it's actually bent sheet metal to hold it in place. So instead of it, and this is a brand new gasket, so forgive me for, making noise and letting it move, but this guy will allow for the gasket to actually squish flat instead of it having these strange pins holding it up and allowing for it to leak. So what ended up happening with this block was a very mysterious oil leak right along the edge of the cylinder head. And it took a very long time to diagnose it because the engine would run fine at idle, and then as you would actually drive it and the engine would warm up, it would start to leak all down this edge. And you couldn't pinpoint why. Every other gasket had been changed. That includes the upper timing cover, the side timing cover, all the O-rings and gaskets, including the ones for the bolts for said upper timing cover, and as well as the vacuum pump gasket had also been replaced. So there was no reason for it to be leaking that amount of oil out of the back of the block. So as we reached in and took off the turbo to inspect all the lines, we also discovered that the head gasket was visibly dripping oil from in between. So yeah, it's a very, very difficult find, and I'm glad to share it with you guys on YouTube. So if you have this problem, maybe consider what kind of head gasket you used. And I would not go with one that has rivets. Go with one that has the squish type metal tabs, okay? Because those will actually lay flat. Anyways, thank you.